Hello everybody, my name's Pentaroon and welcome back to My Little Pony redesign. Anyway, for real, we got Applejack and Rarity on the roster today. I was not looking forward to redesigning these two, and well, for good reason. They were not particularly the easiest, especially not Applejack. She really doesn't have a lot to work with, sadly. I mean, she's just like a southern girl turned into a pony. With nothing against southern girls, it's just like, the only real things you can work with are just kind of generic. Not to rant about Applejack. Oops. Dude, could you imagine how much it must suck getting a cutie mark, like, that you really don't want? Could you imagine being, like, a Hillary Clinton pony, and your cutie mark is, like, a baby? The joke is that the Clintons eat babies. Anyway, I don't want to drag this intro out too long, because I don't really have a lot to say. But yeah, onto the redesigns.
I'll be crying if I look like that too, bro. That's fucked up what they be doing to y'all. I ain't even gonna hold you, bro. I be saying that's fucked up, like, bro, you probably had the full washing set. Your shit be fire probably if they ain't cut your shit. Fuck it though, bro. It's your life.
Dude, fuck this speed paint. Pardon my French, but it fucked me over. It, like, ruined the whole speed paint. Like, the line art, it gets ruined for no reason. Her face goes missing. You'll see the hairline art for her just gets, like, really thick, just big and greedy. I tried fixing it with the ibis paint restore artwork by playback feature, but that doesn't fix the speed paint itself. So I was just kind of fucked, and I have to live with this now. This horrible, disgusting, ugly, terrible, putrid speed paint. I was not happy. I was not happy about it at all. The devil shivers when a nice guy loses his temper. Anyway, I only needed to screw around with one color palette, and I was happy with the colors I chose, so hooray. Can't say the same for Applejack. I'm still working on her. I'm still trying to find a color palette that suits her, but none of them look good. Anyway, back to Rarity. I wanted to give her a lot of jewelry and accessories, so I gave her some necklaces, some bows, earring, yeah. I give her a bun that is held up by one of the bows, because I thought it made her look a little more mature and also glamorous, because I really wanted to keep that glamour that she originally has. Absolutely, because that's like her core, one of her core personality traits. She's a fashionista. Yeah, this is where the face just disappears. The government is conspiring against me, and they got ibis paint in on it too, and this is how they're getting me. They're screwing up my speed paints, right? And they're making them corrupted so that my videos suck, because big government doesn't want you guys knowing that I draw ponies. So I mean, there's only so much I can do, guys. I'm sorry. Don't tell anyone that I'm telling you this, okay? Because if they find out I'm telling you this, I'm gonna be Epstein. Anyway, I changed her cutie markup. Instead of it being 3 diamonds, I made it 3 different gems, because I felt like that was more interesting to look at. And because she works with a bunch of different gems for her outfits and stuff, so I also wanted to bring that into the design. But for a lot of her design, I kept just the diamond, the rhombus shape. I put it on the necklace around her horn, and you'll see on the cutie mark leg, when I start doing the design down it, I keep that shape in it. But yeah, this color palette, I changed her fur to be a little darker, or her coat, whatever you want to call it. I made it a little darker, a little grayer, some like blue tints in it. For her hair, I made it more purple than it is in the show. And I put white streaks in it because I think they look pretty, and I also think that they help her look a little more mature. And I did that thing again that I did with Twilight's Tale. I did it with Rarity's. I just changed the shape of it to match how her hair looks in the show, because I wanted to at least try to keep the spiral hair somewhere in her design, because I feel like that is really Rarity. And of course, I made the blue in her design periwinkle. Is anyone surprised at this point? In other news, my birthday is coming up soon. At the time of recording, it's in 5 days. It's the 24th right now for me, so it's on April 29th. I'm gonna be 20. I'm gonna be 20 years old, drawing ponies for YouTube. I mean, hey, in 5 days, I'm gonna be an old person, dude. I'm gonna need a cane when I walk around. I'm gonna be hobbling around, waddling, groaning for no reason. I'm gonna start complaining about Skibidi Toilet I'm gonna get on Minecraft and I'm gonna start beefing with 13-year-olds. My hips are gonna break whenever I move. I'm gonna need to get dentures. Dude, this is so evil and twisted that they're doing this to me. I'm gonna be an old person. Fucked up! Anyway, did anyone ever play that My Little Pony mobile game? Where like you have to like buy the ponies with in-game currency and stuff, and like you have to clear the forest from Nightmare Moon's darkness or something. And there was like a rhythm game part of it that I really liked as a kid because, well, I ended up becoming a rhythm gamer. Like Love Live was like my first big break in the rhythm gaming world. And then Bandori, then Osu, then Idolmaster, and now OnStars. Dude, I'm a sweaty loser. Oh no. There was also this other one, I think it was like Archaea. I think that was it. Has that song Purgatorium in it. That's the only song I can really remember, which is a fucking banger. Dude, when Purgatorium comes on, I start shaking my booty up and down. I get on my hands and knees and start throwing my back up and down, and you'll start hearing these grotesque cracking noises. And that's because my spine is breaking whenever I do it, and my skin starts sloughing up. I'm not lying. I'm not lying about this. It really happened. Anyway, that's rarity done. Did I hit the mark? Did I miss it by a landslide? Do you think this is the ugliest rarity you've ever seen? I hope not. Because, I mean, I don't think this was my strongest redesign, honestly. I think it's a little obvious I didn't have many ideas for her, and I was just winging this one, like, really hard. But, anyway, let's not linger on this one for too long. On to Applejack. Applejack gave me so much trouble. Like, just the whole design, I had no idea what to do for her. You'll see me screwing around with the colors here a lot, because I really had no idea how to change her. Because her original color palette, I feel like it was fine, but it's a redesign, I should change some stuff up. So I tried color picking from actual photos of apples before I just ended up changing, like altering her color palette and just slapping it on and calling it a day. So I added some like color filters over her original color palette, and I made it like more purpley and red, and I kind of wanted her colors to feel a little bit more like fall because apples usually grow in the fall, and I wanted to give her braids like I did with Fluttershy because I feel like that suits a more earthy pony. And I kept her hat, obviously, because it's like essential to her character. And I gave her a little bandana. And I changed her cutie mark from being 3 red apples to 3 apples of like different kinds. And I put a tree going down her cutie mark leg. Like, it's like an apple tree. It's holding up the cutie mark, kinda. And I think it would represent her physical strength because trees are usually very strong, especially apple trees. I was torn between giving her really short hair and keeping it long, but I couldn't make the short hair work, so she's got long hair. Sorry, short hair Applejack truthers, it's just, I couldn't do it. Forgive me. I ended up putting like a few brown streaks going through her hair just for like some visual interest because the straight blonde felt a little boring with the body because I also gave the body some discolored patches like I've done for most of the ponies, if not all of them. And I wanted to make her build more muscular, bulky, and I hope I achieved that because, I mean, her legs definitely look like they could pack a punch. I cannot imagine getting kicked in the face by Applejack. I think that would actually kill me. You know, with how strong she really is, you'd think she'd be like a perfect candidate for those edgy My Little Pony Grimdarks, but she's got like an apple sleep experiment and that's it. And that was kind of, lame. I mean, it was better than, Cupcakes, that's for sure. I keep ragging on Cupcakes, I'm sorry. I mean, I loved it, okay? it just wasn't fantastical. Moving on, for her eyes, I changed them from just straight green to having a red to green gradient because other Apple family members have a gradient in their eye, like Apple Bloom and Granny Smith, and because I wanted her eyes to look more like an actual apple, you know, like a gala apple, because they have the red and green skin, and I thought it would look nice, and I think it did. And for her bandana scarf thing, I put like a little checkered pattern on it, just to sell that Southern Belle. She's not a Southern Belle, she's just a farm girl. But I wanted to make her look pretty because I like making pretty things. Sorry, I know she's like a tomboy or whatever, but if I'm designing, I'm gonna make them pretty regardless. You can be a pretty farm girl. You know, when I started redesigning her, I really realized Applejack's design is kind of already perfect for her role, or for her character, so she was a challenge. This video, these redesigns were kind of hard, but I pulled through. I think Applejack came out even better than Rarity, so I'm pretty happy with that. But anyway, she's done. Tell me what you think of her design, because I think it actually came out pretty well. Especially considering I thought she'd come out the worst compared to everyone. I think she's like top 3. I think she's like my second favorite next to Fluttershy, actually. What a shocker!
What is this anyway?
Right.
If you throw that, you're gonna break his neck.
Alright, let's go.
You're about to get clipped by an alpha with a cold heart.
There is no way you just said that.
No! You're hacking!